He was so worried about his efficiency, it was annoying. I bet you if you ask Kevin Durant, what would he prefer? 50, 40, 90, or a NBA championship, he would pick 50, 40, 90. That's how he played in OKC, real talk. His numbers were more important than anything else. If we wanted him to shoot more, he wouldn't, because more attempts means more chances at missed shots. And he didn't want to mess with his 50, 40, 90. That's what we were dealing with in OKC. Kevin Durant didn't want to shoot. So I saw this debate about Russell Westbrook, and someone said that Russell Westbrook would shoot OKC out of games. And those people really did not follow OKC news or the team. What you see in games, you can just take it at face value. But Kevin Durant, when he first came to Oklahoma City, there was this news report where local news was interviewing him, and he said that he would be okay with just taking 21 shots a game. That is alarming, being that you are the best player on the team. 21 shots a game. Let's say if you take 21 shots a quarter as a team, that's 80 shots. That's still on the low range. I think at some point in time, OKC was taking 66 shots a game, which is pretty low. But that's because Kevin Durant didn't want to shoot. So when Kevin Durant don't want to shoot and it's time to make a shot, who is going to take the shot next? Thabo Sefolosha? Serge Ibaka? Steven Adams? It was Russell Westbrook. He shot because he had to, because Kevin didn't want to. So now he got Scott Brooks fired. Actually, the complete opposite happened, but thanks for the follow. I'll start with this. I believe your point guard is an extension of your coach. If the Thunder were coming up short, I mean, it's easy to look at Russell Westbrook, but you got to look at the coach too. In 2012, they get the opportunity, in my opinion, to part ways with Scott Brooks. They offer him a 3-year, $11 million contract. He says no, because stock is high on him. I feel like they just went to the finals or something like that, so he's really feeling himself. Well, we're feeling like we need to move on and we need a better coach. Who enters the contract negotiations but Kevin Durant? Sending text messages to Scott Brooks. Ultimately, Scott Brooks just decides to come back. We keep him for another 3 years, 3 unsuccessful years, and we let him go in 2015. But if Kevin Durant didn't get involved, we'd have had a new coach, and maybe we'd have had a championship. So I'm going to answer this question with a diagram. Here is the court. Here is Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Robinson or Thabo Sefolosha, Steven Adams or Cole Aldridge, and this is Serge Ibaka. Now, all of these players are here, and these are their defenders, right? You have whoever is defending KD here, right? We have whoever is guarding Serge Ibaka, Steven Adams, right? We have Anthony Robinson's defender and Russell Westbrook's defender. Now, Russell Westbrook's defender and maybe Anthony Robinson's defender is going to float, so they're gone. They could float down here. Anthony Robinson's defender could go here. He could go down here. They all are away, but they're all very close to the paint. So this is why Russell Westbrook takes threes, because all the defenders are near the paint, away from him at the perimeter. Simple as that. At KD's age now, he can't beat a double team, and that's how his team got eliminated. Let me tell you something. On OKC, they didn't even need to double team Kevin Durant. He couldn't keep a defender on his hip because he just didn't have the strength coming into OKC after the combine, or during the combine, sorry, he could only bench 185. And the Thunder tried to help in several ways to help him be fit. They actually hired him a private chef, and that's because he used to like allegedly go to Sonic, which is like a fast food place there, and shut it down. Like park his car across the driveway so nobody else could be in there and eat that place down, and still couldn't gain a pound. So they need to double team him. He couldn't. One guy could guard him. I'm so sorry. He said Russell Westbrook was for show stat padding. We're talking about his rebounding, by the way, but also he was the best possible option the team had. So it made sense to have for him to have the ball at all times. You are struggling with accepting that Russell Westbrook was doing his job. You want to make him a villain, but in the same sentence, you say he's stat padding, but he had to because he was the best. That's not stat padding. That's actually doing your job. It's okay to like Russell Westbrook. It's okay. Reason 2079B on how people try to villainize Russ, and no. So this comment says no, because instead of a fast break, Russ stealing the rebound allows the defense to settle. My guy, let me ask you a question. When Steven Adams catches the rebound, what do you think Steven Adams' man is doing? Do you think he's waiting with Steven Adams? No. The minute the ball goes off the rim, homeboy is back in the backcourt, waiting for the fast break, clogging the lane. Now there's one shooter, Kevin Durant. We got no other options, but we need fast breaks. We need strategy. If Steven Adams is already running down the court while Russell Westbrook gets the rebound, what are the opportunities that open up? Number one, we could get a bucket instead of depending on Kevin Durant to shoot. Number two, we can draw a foul from that big and put them on the bench so that we can open up the lane and get more buckets that are easier than depending on Kevin Durant. So what are you telling me? That Russell Westbrook shouldn't be taking the rebound? Damn it! It's tough to see Russ go. But what I don't want to see is all these news outlets and all these journalists and all these bloggers that was monetizing making Russell Westbrook a villain talking about, oh, what a good career. Save it. Save it. Y'all was part of the problem.